Every morning, Skippyjohn Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohicky's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose, or a goose, not a rat, or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjohn Jones began to bounce, and bounce, and bounce on his big boy bed.
"Oh, I'm Skippyjohn Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head."
On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjohn Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjohn. "What was that?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjohn Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippyjohn Jones began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice.
"My name is Skippito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow, I'm sweet like the jello, and I get the job done, yes indeed-o."
Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjohn come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjohn wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road, far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ah, caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippyjohn. "We go by the name Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said Skippyjohn Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up.
"Hey, where's the mosquito, dude?"
asked Pepito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skippito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintelito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skippito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed and half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. "I beat you!" "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it is true," decreed Don Diego.
Yippee, yippee-do, it's the end of Alfredo Buzito. Skippito is here, we have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad bumblebee.
chimichangos went crazy loco. First they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great bumblebeetle for Skippyjohn to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos, so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Besito, whispered the crowds. El Blimpo, Bumblebeetle, Bandito. See, said Paquito Tito. The bandito steal our frijoles. Not your beans, cried Skippyjo, outraged. See, Paquito continued.
Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue. Cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto and jelly too.
And now he comes for us, Paquito added. For K, asked Skippyjo. Because we're full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Huh? asked Skippyjo. The dude just wants his beans back, said Paquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? asked Skippyjo. Then all the chimichangos turned towards Skippyjo, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippyjo had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skippyjo, or it is you the bandito will eat us, they cried. Skippyjo stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. Then in a muy soft voice he said, My name is Skippyjo Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Besito flew straight for Skippyjo until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! As he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, BOP! went the bandito, landing on Skippyjo's sword. And quicker than one could say, chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Besito, the bumblebee bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song.
Yippee-yippee-yippee-do, our hero is El Capito. He's the dog of our breeds who delivers the goods, and now we can make our burrito.
But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjohn's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. Skippyjo! Freshito! Papito! Skippyjo! Just in time to see Skippyjohn's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday pinata on his head. Skippyjohn Jones, everyone cried. Hola, muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjohn and covered his head with furry, purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjohn began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed.
Oh, I'm Skippyjohn Jones, when the mind of my soul, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that.
Say Say good night, Skippyjohn, called his mama. Buenas noches, mis amigos, said Skippyjohn Jones.